Hello, everyone. It's Simon here for ELSA Communities. I hope everyone is doing well in the learning groups, in our YouTube channels and TikTok. Everyone is having a great time practicing in ELSA this December. I'd like to say hi first and foremost to Lucas and Martha, our community managers and administrators. How you guys doing, Martha? How you doing?
Hello, guys. I'm doing great. Very excited for Christmas and the Christmas break.
Yeah, it's coming up soon, right? Fantastic. Well, thanks for being here. Lucas, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I feel so excited. After a long time, we can have here everyone here today, and I see a lot of new faces here. Really excited to have the time to talk with you guys. Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm really excited as well to meet some new people. So guys, today is a two-part summit. We're going to have two conversations around a topic. This is what summits are about. We, as part of the ELSA team, select a theme which will be discussed throughout our two sessions. And today, the theme is culture. All right. Now, it's a big word that has a lot of implications and a lot of aspects to it. Why did we choose culture? Well, you probably remember that in the previous weeks, we talked about the World Cup, which is taking place at the moment. And the World Cup, for me, is an opportunity for several countries to come together at the same time. And so it's a good way to talk about culture when we have big international events that are happening. And because we have people from many different countries, hopefully this will be a chance for us to get to know a little bit more about other people's cultures and traditions today. But before we start on our topic, I'd like everyone to say hello. So starting from the top right of my screen, let's have Juan. Juan, do you want to say hi?
Yeah, hi.
Where are you based, Juan?
I'm from Argentina.
Aha, so he has a team in the World Cup. Fantastic. I can't wait to hear about Argentinian traditions. Let's have Rizvi. Rizvi, do you want to say hello?
Hello. Sorry.
Hello, Rizvi. That's okay. So where are you from, Rizvi?
I'm from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Fantastic. All right, let's have a look at Quang Chin. Do you want to tell us where you're from, please, so everyone knows?
Hi, teacher.
Hello. Is this Phuong Bish?
Yes.
Could you turn your microphone off, please? Because we're hearing a lot of disturbance. All right, thank you so much. We'll get to you in a second. So I was asking Quang Chin, do you want to tell us about yourself really quickly? Okay, let's move on to Lan Phuong Nguyen. Do you want to tell us about yourself? Where are you? We can't hear you. Turn your microphone on, please.
Yeah. Hi, everybody, and my teacher. My name
Hello.
I'm from Vietnam.
Amazing.
It's nice to talk with you.
Absolutely. It's really nice to talk with you as well. We have a lot of people today, so I'm going to move on to the new people, to everyone, to make sure we talk to everyone once before we go. So it's lovely to have you as part of the group. Let's talk to Olesia Prohorenko. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. Hello, everybody.
Where are you from, Olesia?
I'm from Russia.
All right, fantastic. We have a Russian, we have people in Indonesia, we have Vietnam, we have Argentinians. Thank you for joining, Olesia. Let's have Roland. Roland, where are you from?
Hello, everyone. I'm from Indonesia.
Fantastic. Indonesia, this is a new country not a new country, but ELSA is starting to have more and more users in Indonesia, which is really exciting. It brings a lot of new energy into the community, which I really love. Fantastic. Welcome, Roland. Maulida, we know Maulida. Tell us about yourself, Maulida. How are you doing?
Hello, guys. I'm Maulida, and I'm from Indonesia.
Indonesia as well. Fantastic. Yes, Indonesia team is here. Now, we can finally get to Phuong Bish. Tell us about yourself, Phuong. Can you hear us, Phuong? Okay, let's move on, and then let's have Hong. Hong, do you want to tell us about yourself really quick?
Yes. Hello, teacher. I'm from Vietnam. My name is Hung. I think that I'm youngest here.
Fantastic. Well, I'm really happy that you're here, Hong, and thanks for joining us. Let's have Pham Meng. Do you want to tell us about yourself?
Hi, everybody. I'm come from Vietnam. I'm Pham Meng. I'm 32 years old.
32 years old.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you so much for joining. That's great. All right, let's have a look at some of the people that haven't got their screens turned on. Maybe we could speak to Nasir. Is Nasir on to say hello?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How about yourself, Nasir?
Great. My name is Nasir Ahmad. I'm from Afghanistan. I'm joining you from Kabul.
From Kabul. Fantastic. We have people from all around the world these days. It's so cool.
Exactly.
Thank you for joining us, Nasir. I'm really excited to meet you. Let's move on to make sure we meet everyone. Let's have Kim too. Do you want to say a quick hello? Hello, Kim. I think we're still hearing Nasir here, but let's move on to Lynn's. Lynn's A32. I don't know why A32, but tell us, Lynn, how are you doing today? We're not hearing from Lynn. Let's hear from, we have Stephanie here. Stephanie, do you want to say hi? Hello, Stephanie. Oh, I think Stephanie might have left. All right. If there's anyone that'd like to say hello to everyone, please raise your hand and I'll give you the chance to introduce yourself. If you don't want to be on camera and you don't want to speak, that's okay. But let us know so that we can carry on. All right. So I'm going to give you 5 seconds to raise your hand if you want to say hello to everyone. And after that, we're going to move on with the topic for today. All right. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hong says claps, but we've spoken with Hong yet. Hong, did you want to say anything else?
Yes, name is Hung. I'm from Vietnam. I'm a high school student from the state school. I think I'm a youngest here because you know what? I'm still studying IELTS and studying prepare for examination in my high school.
Well, amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining. We have a lot of students here in the ELSA community, so it's great that students are represented as well and taking part in our events. Okay, so we have a lot of people in today, and I'm really excited that we have people from all around the world to start talking about culture, all right? Culture is a difficult word because it's hard to understand what is culture made of. So I'd like to start with our community administrators. Lucas, what's your impression of culture? When I say what's the culture in your country like, where do you start?
When we mention the cultures, the first thing that happened in my mind would be the wave of our life, like with the lifestyle and the food. That would be the one that I'm thinking when we mention the culture.
Oh, you're going straight to food, right? Yeah. Absolutely. I think food is really a part of culture itself. I'm a big foodie, and when I travel to taste new foods around the world. Now, what's the food like where you're from, Lucas?
Yeah, so maybe you guys have already known Vietnamese really love pho. It would be the traditional food in Vietnam. So it's kind of like a noodle soup, and yeah, it's kind of like a part of our tradition, and like everyone, like every foreigners, if you have a chance to visit Vietnam, please try pho because it's really good. And it's you can find it's very easy in every street, and or even in the luxury restaurant, it's always have pho. Yeah.
So why is pho so popular in Vietnam? Where does it come from? Because I think about Vietnam and soup is not the first thing that comes to my mind, if I'm perfectly honest. So why is pho so important in Vietnam? And we have more people from Vietnam here. Maybe you'd like to chime in and give us your answer to this question. So feel free to raise your hand if you have something to say. But Lucas, why pho?
I think the origins of pho, the beginnings in the north of Vietnam, where people really has a really cold weather, like the winter is really cold, and pho is something that help to warm ourselves. And I think the way that we cook pho is really special. Like the main ingredients of pho is like the noodle and a broth with beef or a chicken, a sliced chicken, and also like accompanied with chili and sauce, like fish choices. It's make like us more warm when we taste food, and I think that that's make food special. Yeah.
Amazing. That's such a great description here, guys. For those of you who are English learners, and we all are up to a point, even myself, what Lucas just did here is a great example of how we describe things. We go into detail. We talk about the origin of something. We talk about the reasons why something exists, right? So thank you, Lucas, for giving us a good example of what to do when we're doing a quick description of something that we want to talk about. Now, raise your hand in the reaction button if you have eaten pho before. Who's eaten pho here? Raise your hand. Yeah. Okay, some people have eaten pho. So maybe those of you who haven't eaten pho before can look it up in your own country and then see if you're interested in trying it. Now, let's go into another completely different part of the world. Why don't we go to Russia and see Olesya? Olesya, what is tradition and culture, and what does that mean for people in Russia? Tell us about that.
Do you mean the dish, the traditional dish? Did I get right?
Well, so dishes are one part of culture, but maybe you could talk about dressing, about the mindset of people. So culture is many things. Food is one of them, but not only that. So if you can describe the Russian culture as a whole, how would you do that?
I would like to say about one myth about Russians. Many people around the world think that Russians are not kind, but it's not so, because and people around the world think that we are not kind because we smile rarely. That is when we when we saw an unknown man, we don't smile just because we don't know the man. Why should we smile? But people around the world smile very often to unknown people.
Interesting.
Yeah, we are not kind. We are kind, and we like people, but just we behave so.
Interesting. So, an interesting thing that Olesya did just here. She's like, I'd like to debunk a myth, right? A myth is something that everyone thinks is right when actually it's not, in fact, all right? And Olesya says, well, everyone thinks that Russian people are unkind or are never happy.
Unfriendly,
and she says,
maybe,
no.
Maybe unfriendly.
Unfriendly. What a beautiful word here. Friendly, preceded by a prefix, un, which means the opposite of. Fantastic. Really, really good vocabulary here. I'm really impressed with that.
It's not so friendly.
But I can say for everyone, I think you're very smiley, and we're really, really happy that you're bringing all that Russian smile to this meeting today. Now we have Hong that is really engaged. Hong, do you want to tell us about the culture in your country? Are you also in Vietnam? I forgot.
I think it's really easy to say that we have Nonna, you know, Nonna is not a heart, which is so beautiful when you wear it. Because you know the beginning of the Nonna is from the war of Vietnam, and you know women and men, they also hold gun to fight the enemies, and I think that Nonna is really familiar with any people around the world, because they have a long age and so on science.
I see. And so I think what you're bringing to the table here is that history is very important, right? In the culture of a country. So what would you say is the most important historical event in the history of your country?
I think is the April 30, because when Vietnam has independence from our enemy like America or Vietnam Republic previous, because you know what, it's really long history. So I cannot tell you long, and that's my grandpa told me, and I just remember it.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for mentioning that. It's interesting that we're starting to talk now about celebrations and holidays in each of the country. And this is maybe preparing us for the second part of this conversation and this summit today. Let's go somewhere else. Rizvi, tell us about the culture in your country. What does it mean to be or to have culture in your country? And what are the main elements of your culture as you see it? Oh, did we lose Rizvi? Rizvi.
Hello. I think
there he is.
Okay. Bangladesh is like what can I say? It's a lot of variety in this culture, and you could have a mix of culture. Like we have British, some British touch in our culture, some Spanish touch, also Indian touches, and yeah, some unique thing we have, like we usually wear lungi pajama, and our women, they dressed like shari and kurta, and it's called a three-piece in here, local language. And for food, we always used to like some, what can I say, spicy food, like when we are going to make food, we used to give some more spice there, and we enjoy the masala type. Okay. And we actually like song, like song lover. Like we have some regional song, folk song, Zari Shari, Robindra Sangeet, a lot of variety in music. So yeah, you can say it's a kind of jar. You can have anything in here.
Amazing. What a great answer from Rizvi. I just saw a message from Hong saying, nice speech, Rizvi. And I totally agree. In a few minutes, Rizvi covered different aspects of his culture. He covered food, he covered clothing, he covered the different influences. This is an important word when we talk about culture. Influences means the other countries that have had an impact on your culture, right? So he was talking about Spanish influences, other influences that have shaped the way Bangladesh has become a country. I like how you talked about clothing, about a three-piece. Now, I have a question about this three-piece. Is that for women or for men or for both?
Actually, we have two-piece for men and three-piece for women. And our man thing is not called two-piece. It's all called like Punjabi and pajama.
Punjabi and pajama. So what would be the best color of Punjabi for me to have if I was going to go to Bangladesh and buy a Punjabi?
Black and white, most probably.
Black and white is cool?
Yeah, obviously. Solid is always lovely. And I think purple and I think green will suit on you.
Green will suit me as well. Oh, that's very kind of you. As long as it's in my palette, I will very much enjoy my Punjabi like this. Okay, guys, let's take 2 seconds and put down the colors of the Punjabi you would like to have in the chat box. So here I'd like to have black, white, and green. That's me. But put some colors that you would like to have on your Punjabi. Go, 10 seconds. Rizvi wants red. All the stuff mentioned by Rizvi. Coffee, blue, white, red, and yellow. What else? Red and white. Oh, red and white would be cool. Pink Punjabi, Alicia. Yeah, the smiley person in the group is like, yes, pink it up, girl. Love it. Pink and red for Hong. Fantastic. So different colors. Would all these colors be available?
Okay.
In Bangladesh?
Yeah, right. It's available, and there's one. What can I say? It's a brand. It's called Khadi. It's local Punjabi, and it's a posh thing. Like when you will wear that, you will find you have nothing on you. You will feel so comfortable when you wear that kind of Punjabi. That's called Khadi.
Okay, Khadi. This is really interesting, and this is how clothing kind of makes its way into culture. And I cannot wait to go to Bangladesh to get my black and white Punjabi up and running.
I will give you definitely.
Yeah, you're gonna set me up with a good place to go?
Obviously. Why not?
Fantastic. All right, let's go to Roland. Roland, Indonesia, right? So tell me about the Indonesian culture, because it's very unique, very particular, right? I think. So tell me about that.
So I think Indonesia is a really big country. So I will talk from the east part of Indonesia, because currently I'm based in east part. So we have many cultures, but I would like to emphasize on greetings. People here are very friendly, and also we like to greet people with kiss nose, especially in my part. So if you visit my place, we have to like kiss nose you. It means you are my friend, you are my family, and welcome to my place. So I think I would like to emphasize on that, number one. And then number two is the food.
Okay, wow, amazing.
The food is very spicy. People on the east part of Indonesia like eating spicy food. So I would like to welcome you to come here.
Okay, well, I can't wait. Spicy food and nose kisses. I can't wait to go to Indonesia. Now, I have an idea. It's a bit silly, but I think we should all give one another nose kisses right now. So let's all go to the screen.
Oh, man.
Everyone does it. Nose kisses. Come on. Nose kisses.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so fancy because I had never heard that before.
Wow, that was very funny. So you guys are my family. Welcome.
Yeah, that's it. We're all a family now.
Rồi luôn rồi. Cái ý là bây giờ cái đó là nó là quy trình làm với cái nghĩa là bây giờ ta tìm được cái bề gốc rồi xong rồi
Okay, let's do it. Everyone should do it though. Okay, so everyone does a nose kiss now. All right, are you ready? 3,
Yes.
2, 1. Nose kiss.
Okay. Okay. It's really good.
You're
It's so
So-
weird.
guy.
Oh my god. I think it's really weird.
Yeah, it's
Someone's
really
too weird.
challenge
for a
this.
foreigner. Yeah.
So is it just in Indonesia that this happens? Are there other countries that do nose kisses like this?
No.
No.
Okay,
really
so then
makes it
let's ask Maulida. Maulida, how do you greet someone in your culture? How do you say hi to someone? Oh, you're also in Indonesia, right?
Right. I'm also Indonesia, like Roland.
Okay, well, I have a question for you. Is there a different behavior between men and women in how they greet one another, maybe in Indonesia?
In my opinion, there is no difference.
No.
You greet and men and women in Indonesia, but I wanna add something about the Roland statement. The food of Indonesia, the culture of food in Indonesia is spicy.
Yes.
But in my opinion, especially in Japanese can identify by sweet food, but in Sumatra, spicy food in Sumatra, but in Japanese it's sweet food. Yeah, the culture,
Interesting.
different culture.
So like, how spicy is spicy? Because like, I like spices a little bit, but if it's too spicy, I can't stand it. Do you think I will have a problem if I go to Indonesia?
Yeah. Maybe some people here in Indonesia, especially men, have problem. Same with you, but women must
In Bangladesh
like
also.
spicy. Must like spicy, but men, no.
Yeah, I think that's that.
So what you're saying is that the girls have a better tolerance to spice. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know this.
Yeah, kan?
Thank you for that. I'll have to do some research on spice tolerance between guys and girls. Quang An, you have your hand up. Do you want to say something? Tell us about
Okay,
your culture.
so also born in Vietnam, so I will tell you about I think that in many Asian countries we believe in ghosts. So yeah, even though that in Vietnam we have many like religions, especially like Buddha, Christian, and maybe we have a little bit of Islam, but it just appear in many ethnic minority. And yes, Vietnamese we don't do Islam. We just do Buddha and Christian. But for me, I'm like non-religion. I'm not Buddhist. I'm not a Christian. I just like I think like we also like make like also okay. So I take me for a second. Okay, so every occasion in every occasion we also do the festival that many people and Vietnamese we make a lot of food and we bring it to make it for the people who are dead. Yes, who are dead. And
that's really interesting. It's really Go ahead.
Okay, so and we have on the traditional activity that we have a lot of like a fake money, but it's made from paper, and we have to burn it. We have to burn it in like a kind of we have to burn it into like I think that we have to burn because if we can in Vietnam we believe that if we burn anything and the thing which is burned they make it to the heaven.
I see. Okay, so so you burn money,
yes,
and then it goes up to your ancestors and to the people and to the ghosts that are around you. That's really, really cool. I have a question for you. You said that you yourself are not religious, but that your country is very influenced by Buddhism and also by Christianity. Now, even if you are not religious, do you still believe in ghosts yourself?
Yeah.
So can you still believe in ghosts and not be religious, basically?
Yeah, maybe like I'm not doing what the Buddhist of Christianity. Like I'm not going to church every Sunday. I just like go to the pagoda every occasion like Tet or maybe that we got like dead people celebration. Like
I see.
Yes, like my grandparents, they already passed away. So every every year when it came to their birthday, we also make a really big meal, and yeah, and we would make a kind of like things that like we had. Okay, so can I ask some Vietnamese here for share this thing for me, please? I think that I really confused about this idea because, and so I think I can I ask some Vietnamese here? Anybody?
So here's an idea. Instead of asking a Vietnamese person here, this is something that happens all the time in English when we're learning a new language. We get to a road stop like this, right? We're like speaking, and you're doing super well, by the way. And then you hit a wall. You're like, oh shit, I forgot that word. What's that word? So instead of going to a dictionary or asking someone else, what I'd like you to try to do is to describe the thing you're talking about with the words that you do have at your disposal. So try it again without asking anyone else. That's a great way for you to build more vocabulary and build more skills at describing things. I think I have an idea of what you mean, but try it out for me. So how would you describe this place, this object?
Okay, so this object like it's really like a square object where you and many statue here like the statue about it's like some it's like many people it's like a black Buddha or many kings queen in Vietnam, and yeah, and we put many foods in there, and we also and we have kind of like doing like this to say that to be like, and we have to read this like a kind of for example, like we have like my name is Hoàng Anh. I'm 17 years old. I live in this area. So today I'm here. So I'm here to meet you and hope you can be here and having my meal that I have cooked for you. Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect explanation. This is exactly what I was looking for. You see that instead of asking for the word, what you've done is you've actually created a whole bunch of ideas in language. And now I think I know what the name of the thing is. And I think several people here also know what the name of this thing is. So if you think you know the word of the object that Quang An is talking about, write it down in the chat box now. What's this object that's been described by Wang? I think I have it. Should I put mine on it?
Yeah, you can.
I think I think you're talking about a shrine.
Okay, so okay, wait for a moment. I will search it in the Google and yeah, you got it right.
Yes, fantastic. So what is a shrine? A shrine is a small space where we create religious rituals by putting candles, images, foods in a certain place to pay homage to ancestors. Okay, so fantastic. We talked about ghosts, we talked about religion, we talked about food, we talked about every aspect of cultures right now. So I think we've had lots of people interact. I think now is the right time for us to take a pause. We're going to stop the recording and we're going to come back later on for the second part of this summit. Now, in the second part of this summit, we're going to talk about festivals. A big part of cultures is festivals, local festivals where people come together to celebrate something special. So in the second half of the summit, we're going to talk about local festivals from around the world, and hopefully many people here that haven't had a chance to speak yet will be able to give us a little bit more information about the festivals that exist in their country. So for now, it's goodbye from myself, Martha and Lucas, and everyone in the summit today. Everyone say goodbye and see you in part 2. See you in a little bit. Bye.
Bye.
See you in part 2.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.